Hey, everybody, waiting for that red light. Sometimes takes a long time, so you might have caught a little bit of the cha-cha before, but that's okay. It's Friday. We wear jerseys. It's a fantastic day for a Bluefin hangout. Justin, how the hell are you today?
I am fabulous, David. Thank you for asking.
Just going right through it. Steven, how are you today?
I'm here. Hi.
Hitting buttons.
front of the
Yeah, dude,
camera.
he's right beside me now. Yeah, so we've changed Clark. We've got Steven now on it.
I am today's version of David Clark. Gustav Karl, Gustav Karl, Gustav Karl.
And
Hey,
water.
there you
Don't
go.
forget about the water.
Water.
Water is the enemy.
Water Gustav Karl version.
You have to respond to all of our things with, actually, the Batman, blah, blah. According to comics.
We should mention that Clark is actually attending TFCon this weekend, so
Ooh.
he's over there setting it up. It is at the Los Angeles Marriott Burbank Airport Hotel and Convention Center, and that'll be running this weekend, March 11th through the 13th. They are open 9 to 6 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday.
Sounds wonderful.
Tickets are available, so if you love the Transformers and
The Transformers. yeah.
you know where to go. TFCon.
Yeah, and then you can say hi to David, and then you can argue with him about the Batman.
Yeah.
Mike's Muscle. According to the comics, this was a dang good Bat film. Well, we'll talk about that.
Whoa.
I think good's the right word for it. AJ, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. It is Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. and it's
Friday. We got our boring Friday morning meetings out of the way. Now it's
It's
time
true.
for some fun stuff before the boring afternoon meetings. So hope everyone has seen the Batman who is watching this live stream, because we will dive heavily into spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, or you on a pod or a live stream about it and you haven't seen it, that's on you. That's not on us. So Justin, you are a fan of the 66 Batman, and this is kind of like a shot-for-shot remake of
Yeah.
the 66 Batman. We got the Penguin, we got the Riddler, we got the Catwoman. It's the same.
Pretty much.
Burgess
yeah.
Meredith there.
Even an unnamed Arkham prisoner that may or may not be.
That's how he was credited as too
Yeah.
at the end.
Who could he be?
I don't know.
Gee, I wonder.
The Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, why don't we start out before the Batman? We don't want to spoil your ranking of the Batman yet. What is your 2 or 3 favorite Batman films?
I would say 89 and Dark Knight.
All right.
In that order, first and second.
And who is your Batman?
Adam West.
It's pretty to say that.
Yeah. Oh, he's great. He's so cool. I love everything about him. He's got that bust with the head. They tilt it back and press the button. He's got a red phone, for crying out loud. He's got the coolest car.
He's certainly something.
I don't know about the coolest
It's the
car.
coolest car.
I don't know.
No, he's got the little windshield, 2 windshields.
Did you
He got-
see that car in Returns where it got hacked?
Yeah. That was
They
pretty
put
great.
on a shield, and then they did something. They pressed something, and then it got hacked.
Yeah. Then it gets all like this unicycle type thing.
Yeah.
I had the toy of that. It was really cool.
I think the Keaton Batmobile is my favorite Batmobile, but the thing the Penguin drives is probably my
The
favorite.
duck.
No, the little car he drives when he's pretending to drive the Batmobile. The duck's pretty sweet too.
I'm pretty sure there's still a duck on the just painted black.
It's pretty cool.
I like the little Batmobile car that he has in his trailer, where it's
Yeah.
like put in a quarter kind of thing, and then just kind of cruise do this
Uh-huh.
a little bit.
And you see the side of the van just like shaking.
Yeah, that would be neat to have.
All right, Steven, what is your favorite Batman film, and who's your favorite Batman?
Ooh, favorite Batman film is still The Dark Knight, just because that's just such a fun watch. And honestly, like, I really like Michael Keaton's Batman. I don't know why. I just like the whole idea that he has to like do this to look at things. And it just always cracks me up. There's one scene where he literally goes,
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. The main man. So Justin, you think the classic Batmobile is better than the Tumbler? I don't know about that, Justin. I think every Batmobile is better than the Tumbler.
Yeah, it doesn't strike me as a Batmobile at all. Just as more of a tank. But
It's called. That's what it's called. It's called the Tumbler, not the Batmobile.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was never sold on the Tumbler.
Yeah.
The new Batmobile is
There
pretty.
is a model kit though of it.
No.
But I remember when seeing the midnight show for Batman Begins and loving every second of it. But then the first question was, what do you think of the Batmobile? I remember just kind of taking a beat, like pausing, like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I remember they had it at Warner Brothers Studios, and so we got to see it a little early, and I was like, "What? This is."
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's neat. It's definitely cool, but it just doesn't scream Batmobile to me.
Oh, man.
Function over style.
Yeah.
What about you, AJ? What's your favorite Batman and your favorite Batman movie?
I mean, they've kind of already said like Dark Knight, but I also really like Batman Returns. There's just like a lot of fun stuff in that movie. In fact, I had to make sure I really enjoyed the film, so I watched it again last night, and I'm like, yeah, no, it's just a fun film to watch.
It's a Christmas movie, AJ.
I thought about that at the very. I'm like, as a kid, I'm like, I think it considers a Christmas movie, and then last night, no, this is a Christmas movie. Hands down.
Mistletoe can be
Yeah.
deadly if you eat it.
Yeah, true.
And I think as far as like my favorite Batman, that's a tough. I think I like how each one portrays certain different. So I like Affleck's for like how he is a really buffling, like rocksteady Batman. Like that guy can take on the Justice League. I believe it, but I also like the ones from like Dark Knight. I like that trilogy's Batman for it, just because I think he portrayed it really well.
Sure.
Christian Bale with the voice.
Yeah. That's where it is.
That's the change. As soon as he made the voice, everyone's like, "What was that?"
Yeah, I love the Batman Returns stock. Just seems to grow. Like every year, people love it more and more. And
Yeah.
I really like Batman Returns.
And he murders people in that
Yeah.
movie. He puts a bomb on a big guy. He lights another guy on fire.
He throw a boomerang and the dog caught it.
Yeah, but not until after it killed like 6 people.
Yeah.
Then the dog caught it. Yeah, that's the movie you show when people are like, Batman doesn't kill. It's like, oh,
Wait a minute.
Well, hold on.
the fine folks at Warner Brothers disagree.
That was Tim Burton's version.
He is vengeance. Yeah, I would say my two favorite are Dark Knight and 89 Batman.
Right.
Just
It is
because-
reverse order.
Yeah, just because I mean it came out 89 Batman came out like when I was a kid, and it was just the Batman, and Michael Keaton will always be my Batman. I can't wait to see him in the Flashpoint.
Ooh, yeah. It's gonna be-
The point that flashes.
But that's pushed back now. Did you see that? Warner Brothers announced.
I think it's just one of those movies that's
It's
never
never
gonna
come
come out. It's like the Duke
No.
Nukem 3D
Yeah.
of like movies.
They're like
Oh,
Last
man.
Guardian.
Yeah, the Last Guardian.
Yeah, never.
Vaporware.
You never know. And Aquaman too. That's also pushed back.
Yeah, it's December now.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Don't tell
Yeah, before Batman, we got to see the little like DC trailer where it showed like Black
Mhm.
Adam's coming out this year, The Flash, Aquaman, and there was a fourth one that I
It's
feel
just
silly for
during the
missing.
beginning of the movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
it was their way of showing like the DC fandom or something. I can't remember. I only saw Batman once, so I'm gonna have to go back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it twice.
I'm sure this is where Clark would have told you exactly what it was and
Kinda
exactly.
relying on you guys
yeah.
right now.
Wait,
he
did
would
we
tell
say-
you.
Did we say Black Adam? Did you say that one?
Yeah, yeah, it's Black Adam.
Maybe a Shazam. Another Shazam.
Could be. I don't know if Shazam's
Oh, it
this
could have
year.
been. That's actually a really good guess.
I don't remember. I already had to pee before the movie started.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, in fact, that movie's runtime is quite extensive.
It's intense.
I didn't have to use the restroom, but I've heard stories. A lot of people had to get up and go use it. In fact, the guy who sat beside me got up several times to leave, and I found that bothersome. Like, dude, if you're gonna get up, just don't come back.
Yeah. Oh, so Mike Monster is saying that the Batman was the fourth one. It was in the sizzle reel.
Oh, was it? Okay.
That's why I wouldn't remember, because we were watching it.
We were living it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not coming up. It's now.
Yeah.
So we all saw the Batman, right?
Yes. Well, I don't think he did.
You did.
Oh.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
There you go.
What were your initial thoughts on the Batman, Justin? Good, bad, indifferent.
I enjoyed it. That's good. There's a lot going on. Batman walks a lot in this movie. I've never seen him walk.
So when I was watching Returns, I'm like, oh, Mike Keaton's doing the same walk too. All right, this is something that maybe it's an homage.
Yeah. I thought it was Batman that rains a lot in Gotham,
It
like
does.
Oh,
crazy comical rain.
I can't live in that Gotham.
Yeah, you walk around
Both
with
dirty,
goggles.
dirty and wet. No, I
Yeah,
can't do
it's-
that.
it's-
Oh man.
But I dug it. I think that Paul Dano was a bit of a creeper, and he pulled that roll off
Oh
pretty
my
well.
god, that opening
The
scene,
mouth breathing.
the opening scene threw me for a loop. Like I was like, oh man, I don't know whose POV we're looking at first, and then as soon as I realized, oh, this is gonna be a good intro for the movie.
Yeah.
And he definitely played
It's
that
like your
creeper
eyes
status.
adjust to the shadows, and you're
Uh-huh.
like, wait a minute now, there's
See?
someone behind you.
Yeah. That's rough, but it was good. It was fun. I thought everyone did an awesome job. I think my big takeaway was that Colin Farrell just crushed it as Penguin. I thought he stole the show, and he was really, really good.
Colin Farrell's
I
a
mean,
really great actor.
Yeah.
So yeah, but also I think he did also a fantastic job in that movie. Like sometimes I even forget, like, that's not Colin Farrell, is it? And then look at him, it's not, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, and I guess one of my big takeaways was that it was more of a Batman and Gordon
Like, say,
team up
Justin's
than it
podcast.
was Alfred and Batman. We barely got any Alfred.
Before you speak any more, Mike's Monster is saying, "You think your mic is off?" So
He just wants to hear the sweet dulcet tones that is Justin Cavender's voice in
man,
his
is
Yeah.
it a bad
earballs.
cable? It's a game of Russian roulette.
I know, but Steve's under the table fixing it.
Yeah, he's fixing.
We'll go over to
it right
AJ then.
now.
AJ, what were your initial thoughts
There we
on
go.
the Batman?
So I loved it. I think it's a more grounded Batman film. It feels realistic. Whoa,
Hi.
hey, yeah, I think it feels a little bit more realistic in tones compared to like some of the other ones, like Tim Burton's was like, this is a city that I don't really think exists. Look at these clowns just showing up and everything like that. Like, was it like the cat clock and everything? I'm like, that's not a town I live in. But this one, it was.
You
very
live in this
realistic.
town?
I wouldn't live in that one.
You should
but,
move.
but it felt very grounded, like I said, and I liked it. I think Robert Pattinson did a good job as a younger Bruce Wayne. I think with how CEOs and big bosses nowadays, you're like, I probably won't see him on the street like I would in his regular Batman or other Bruce Waynes. Like, this guy's living his life somewhere in his house.
Right. The few times they come on as Bruce Wayne, they're like, is that Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Like people like if we saw like Elon Musk, we'd be like, is that Elon Musk over there?
Exactly. It's the same feeling. Is that him? I think so.
Can we do a mic check? Is it working now?
Can you guys
Can-
hear Justin?
Can you hear me?
I mean,
The
I can hear
voice
you.
of the angels.
Speaking of that, we gotta do something after this.
Oh,
No one said
goodness.
anything, but there is a delay.
The
so-
Cavender sounds like lavender.
Yeah, Justin Cavender like lavender.
There
Oh,
you go.
okay.
Yeah, gave us
Hopefully
the
it works.
detective Batman site we've been asking for years.
So Justin and I have had this whole
Still a little
thing
quiet.
yesterday where like detective, but like El Rato, was it a rat with wings? And then the whole time we're thinking, pretty sure it's bat.
right.
And
It
then
sounds like a bat to me.
Must be a stool pigeon. How did you get to that
Right.
conclusion?
And then it's a stool pigeon or a penguin. I'm like,
Penguins
what?
are.
Yeah.
I don't know about World's Greatest Detective just yet, but I'll give him the fact that he is a lot younger. It's easy to make certain mistakes as rat with wings.
Yeah, that interesting little like eyeball camera thing. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
the
yeah.
I like the lens. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was
So,
digging
yeah,
it.
It's cool tech.
Is it better now? Mic check. 1, 2, 12.
They said very low, but it works.
Okay.
Oh,
Awesome.
and Chris
And
Cooper
someone else
says
said
here,
they can hear
Justin,
you
loud and
clear.
clear.
So maybe
think-
people's volumes.
I think I'm getting toyed with right now.
Yeah, everyone's just like, now I
Welcome,
can't hear
Steven.
Steven.
Oh man, I hope that's not the case.
Oh well.
Jobin's in a mascara. He's stoked that they explored the mascara thing.
I mean, it makes sense that
Yeah.
they did it because, like, when Michael Keaton takes off his mask and Batman Returns,
As soon as I saw that last night, I thought that was the funniest thing. I'm like, where does mascara go? Why does it look weird? Oh man, yeah, I really dig that he wears it, and even when he takes it off, it's just still there. You're like, yeah, that guy's Batman. I'm pretty sure it is
what
his
if he forgets
mascara.
to take it off when he like goes to his next business meeting or something?
It's a grounded movie. I'm sure it's probably happened once.
Like, you got something on your face.
What's up with that, Bruce?
Oops.
Nothing.
Don't worry about it. Trying something new.
So you're not allowed to ask me that anymore?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Fire him.
But what I was saying was there was a more of a partnership with Gordon and Batman, and we're so used to, at least I feel like I'm used to seeing that partnership more be with Alfred, and Alfred was in the movie for like 6 minutes.
Right.
Oh,
Which is
yeah.
unfortunate because Andy Serkis was pretty good as Alfred.
Yeah.
But I mean, Gordon was great too.
The hospital room there.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Wright's amazing.
The hospital room was really good too. It had like a roof, it had like the glass window. I'm like, who has this whole like hospital room?
Yeah.
I've never seen a hospital with that.
What did you think of Wayne Manor? It was a very different look. Like it felt like,
Like he was in a castle in the inside.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, is this supposed to be in the middle of the city?
Yeah.
Yeah, it totally felt like a castle. But I'm like, is this supposed to be outside like the manor, or am I in the city? Like, did they just like bring his manor and just plop it down in the middle of the city, right here on top of this building?
Undeveloped land.
Yeah,
Commercial real estate. They tried to get him to sell, but they wouldn't. So they
Yeah.
build the buildings around him.
that's how Bruce Wayne gets rich.
It's like the house in Up.
Ooh, Chris Cooper has a
Wicked
hot
people.
take. Loved Alfred in the movie. I have an overall comment about Alfred. There has never been a bad Alfred. I don't think there has been. Jeremy Irons was pretty great in those
I don't think
movies.
I've ever-
Oh yeah, you like those movies.
Shut up. Shut up, man. Yeah,
favorite.
he's great.
Yeah, I just wanted more of him, and I hope that we get that. I was kind of sad that he was barely in the movie.
Did
And
you
then I
like-
thought he blew up for a second. I was like, oh man,
Well, they kill
they
Alfred?
done him dirty. Yeah.
No
I
one
do
dies
like,
from explosives in this movie.
He's like his past. They kind of even delved it a little bit where he's like, he used to work, like military ops or something like that. I'm like, all right, so this Alfred's not just your butler. This is it's your combat Alfred. It's the one
Yeah.
that does the karate chops.
I mean, and nothing said World's Greatest Detective like him trying to defuse a bomb, and as it counted down to 0, he got closer to it.
Right.
I'm like, no, you want to go the other way, guy.
That's what I was telling him.
Oh man, when the bomb was about to go, well, before the bomb, when the phone was just ringing over and over and over again, I'm like,
It took until nighttime.
Yeah.
You know how long?
Like it's a good battery.
Usually phone calls like hang up after like 12 times. Like, no one picked up, dude. Good luck. Try again.
no, I can just picture like Riddler just like, oh my god.
I'm sure the Riddler was like that
Voicemail's
on
not
his.
set up yet.
I was totally thinking of Big
Yeah, the
Lebowski.
voicemail you're trying to reach
Right.
has not been set up yet.
I was just like, phone's ringing, dude. Yeah,
You gonna
it was
answer
bad. Yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, what about you, Dave? Where are you at with when first impressions? You've seen it twice.
I have
now,
seen it
so
twice.
you love it more
just
than
so-
any
no,
other movie.
No, not
That,
no.
that much
It's
is
got to be
clear.
your favorite.
It's
if you've
got to
seen
be
it
my
twice.
favorite because I never seen any movie more than once before in my entire
That's how
life.
logic goes.
I think it was really well done. There's a lot that I like. I think that it is probably 35 minutes too long.
All right, fair enough.
I'm sure we'll get to the ending at a certain point, or the first ending where it has a really, really great ending, and it's like, this is a great place to end. They could have even used part of it, his conversation with Bruce Wayne in the hospital afterwards is kind of like a stinger for the next movie, but then the movie kind of continues,
Yeah,
and it is kind of weird. It's
the
a little
whole water sequence, I didn't need, but whatever. It is what it is. And
I
then,
actually thought like it played like to me. I felt it wasn't necessary, but thinking back on it, like he didn't make that full conclusion of like him being the hope until after that scene. I'm like, how are they gonna give that?
sure.
How's he gonna make that monologue if he didn't do that sequence? I'm like, I'll give you a little bit, but yeah, I felt like that wasn't necessary. But I'm like 50-50 on that
Right.
scene.
Well, the Riddler's all about like punishing this very specific group of people, and then he's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
Too much work.
are you a good guy or a bad guy? What are you trying to do here? And
Right.
like, I get the whole metaphor of like washing away the horrible that is Gotham, but
Mhm.
at the same time, he now all of a sudden now he's a bad guy. He's corrupt, right? Because he's just killing all these people. So I don't understand his logic, but obviously he's got mental health issues. And,
If you could understand his logic, then we'd probably have to worry about you.
right.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
digging real
for,
deep.
for the smartest guy in the room, that being the Riddler, not me in this case, but I do think that that's a flaw in his logic.
Yeah. I really, like you said, I really love the Penguin. You know,
Yeah, he's
the
great.
Penguin's one of the only Bat villains that Bruce Wayne has ever said is smarter than him. And he said it a couple times. The Penguin's like smarter than him. And the Riddler thinks he's smarter than Batman, so makes him interesting. You know, like he thought he had it all figured out. And then at the end, he's like, assuming Batman's going to join his crusade. And he's like, wait, what? We're not going to team up? No, you're doing it wrong.
I think at that scene, I thought he was really unveiling him. Like, oh wow, he really knows him. But in the end, oh, he really doesn't know. All right, oh, that was close because
Yeah.
the Riddler knew. That was it. All he had, he didn't even have to make a riddle. Guys, Gotham City, this here is Batman. Go at it.
And didn't they just announce Colin Farrell's going to be doing a miniseries?
Yeah.
as Penguin too?
Yeah, very excited
Like,
about that.
right
On
after-
That's
HBO.
how you know the actor has did a really good job is when they get like a
Like
mini
Cena,
series. Yeah,
like with Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got to do something on that too.
I know, I want to. God, I'm so
That
excited about that
dance.
show. Yeah, I'm a really big fan of the Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that was a really exciting reveal. Like, like we're partners, and he's like, I don't think so, dude. You
Yeah.
did this on your own.
Right. This is on you, but
I will say the third act fight was like probably one of my favorite fights just because he was going toe to toe with people with guns, like straight face. And then even the one with like the guy who shot him with like the shotgun, I'm like, oh, he shouldn't live from here. And there he is, just get himself back. I'm like, that's why it's a superhero movie in some cases.
And he used like a venom
he has
juice.
a little venom juice.
So they're introducing a lot of fun elements.
Was
to
venom
this
juice? I
series,
just
yeah.
thought that he was just like
Yeah.
putting adrenaline in him. I
Yeah,
was like,
then he cracked open a monster, and then
yeah, that's what it was.
amazing.
It was actually just a monster. And just, he had the
Got B
hole for it.
vitamins.
He had a hole for it.
Sure.
It was in the suit. It was like insert monster needle here.
Yeah.
5-hour energy.
Just popped it. And then he was good to go. After getting that shotgun blast. Even though he got shot a million times by every other gun, he was fine. But then he got the one shotgun. He's like,
Right.
"Ugh."
So I really liked it when they were in the Iceberg Lounge and that shootout was happening.
Mhm.
Like when there's the whole dark corners, and then he comes out and the lighting is coming from the muzzle flash. I thought that was really cool.
It was at the same time like he snuck into the club as Bruce Wayne but with like the mascara on and
Yeah.
everything. Okay, all right, that
And
was
and those
really
poor
good.
twins.
Take it off.
I liked how the twins just kept getting
All
beat
over.
up, more and more face damage as
Yeah,
the movie.
so in the movie, he first shows up as Batman. They're like, "Oh, you take a look at this." Like, there's like two people, like twins. Like, look at this, it's the Batman, and then they get beat up. Next time, it was by Bruce, and I'm like, all right. And then they did a third time where he's like, "I'm just not even deal with you. I'm gonna just sneak behind you, get a little sneaky sneak." And then they're like, well, "Who's here?"
It's like, why is that cardboard box moving over there?
This was the first movie where I cared about the mobsters, like Falcone and
Uh-huh.
Maroni. It's the first time like I actually felt like they were scary.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of nice.
It is nice.
I did like in this film that they portrayed both Bruce's parents as like not entirely good. Like I don't think every time we see Batman, like, oh, there was this family, they got shot, boo hoo. But this time around, they're like, well, they're not really that good. Like they're not the golden child of like the city.
Right.
They have their problems. I'm like, hey, that's pretty neat.
Todd Phillips' Joker was like that too with,
Yeah.
with Thomas Wayne, where he had some skeletons in his closet, as it
Yeah.
were. But this one seems pretty hardcore. Obviously, we don't know whose story is correct
Mhm.
and what to believe, but I do like, you're right, that when there's some sort of, this hero that is fallible in some way, I think that's great.
Right. Which I'm fine with him being fallible in that he was doing it to protect, his wife. He was
Right.
doing it to protect his family. And
But I guess that's another thing too, like with to Riddler's point of Bruce being, corrupt, like the sins of our father kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, first of all, he was a kid when it happened, and he hasn't done anything to show that he's bad. So, and you're just upset because where you grew up, you were supposed to get funds to make this place better, and it didn't happen, and so now it's Bruce's fault. I think that
Mhm.
that's also kind of weird logic.
yeah. Riddler might not be 100% stable.
Right.
He may have
Yeah,
a
problems.
Sounds like a tax the rich situation.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
awful. It was awful lucky for him too that the one guy in the police force who had like an uncle who was a carpet person was able to identify that tool, so Batman could tear up the carpet to figure out the penguins or
Oh,
the.
man.
It's true.
He doesn't like my jersey.
Why is it weak?
Why is it weak? Yeah. Talk to me, Goose. Why is it weak?
Because he doesn't like the Bucks.
Yeah, that's too
Wow.
bad.
He's
I mean,
mo-
I like.
he's more a
Giannis.
Toronto Raptor kind of
There
guy.
you go.
Who like them dinosaurs?
I mean,
Yeah.
objectively, the Raptors used to have the best logo when they had the actual Raptor in the shorts
It's not
in the
objectively. it's
dribbling
correct.
the ball. I
It
mean,
is correct.
that is I mean, that's that and like the Ducks where they actually have Mighty Wing or
Yeah.
whatever, Wild Wing actually like playing hockey. Mighty Wing, yeah. Those are two spot on jerseys.
Yeah. Sorry, Deflex. We
He's-
can't all be bangers, as Joven would say.
But they can. Some of them
They
can.
can.
Oh, now he loves. Okay.
So talking
You're
about
forgiven.
we talk.
JK.
we talk.
JK, we're not afraid to call you out on these streets,
Hold
by the
on,
way.
JK.
I will always put your
That's
comments
how you
on
become
this.
friends with Justin.
Yeah.
He'll call you out, but then realize, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm a fan of.
Step one is calling you out. Step two is showing up at your doorstep.
Yeah,
You get doxxed and stuff. What did you think of the Batmobile, Justin? We can talk about this.
it's
Batmobile.
aggressive. I liked it.
Oh my, I
It's
love it.
got some rumbly and it's tumbly there. It was making some noise. I was into it, and like Matt Reeves was saying how he wanted it to be its own sort of horror character
Mhm.
in this movie, and just sort of bring that fear to people's hearts. So when he's like that guy that's revving the motorcycle in your neighborhood at 3:00 in the morning, it's
The
kind of
dude I
same vibe.
hate the most.
yeah, I dug that. There was a lot of the in the shadows effects, and the Batmobile pulled that off, and then of course at the beginning when the bat symbol's up in the air,
Mhm.
and they just keep showing all these dark corners, and you're like, well,
That's really
Poke it with
that
a
was
stick or
that
throw a
was
rock
like a
over there.
really good scene because they're
Yeah.
like, he put that fear like, oh man, dude, he's in that corner. You're like, no, there's no monster under your bed, Timmy.
right,
And like the monster under his bed, it's just Batman walking slowly. I'm like, well, there is the monster.
right.
Yeah,
I think-
he's probably not in the corner,
Yeah,
but he
he
might. be.
might be.
Possible, not probable.
As soon
Might
as,
be on that gargoyle above you.
as soon as they showed like the Batmobile, I then regretted. I was like, man, I wish I went to a theater that focused more on the sound quality because I bet you, as soon as he revs up the car, I would have felt that all the way in my seat. Like I felt it, but I want to feel even more. And I'm like, maybe I might watch a second time specifically for the Batmobile entrance scene.
Yeah, it was pretty rumbly, man.
Yeah.
We had like the RPX experience or whatever, and
Oh.
I thought the movie was so loud. I was like, a granddad complaining that the music was too loud kind of thing. I
That's
was just,
Gotham for you.
melting my face.
Can't hear anything.
It was nuts. And so when the
It's just
rumbling
too
was-
damn loud.
it was totally like Huey Lewis. You're just too damn loud. But like I felt like rumblings in my chest. It was
Oh,
nuts.
man.
It was cool, man.
Yeah, I saw it
like-
in IMAX and then Dolby, and yeah, you would,
Yeah,
you
the Dolby one. is
felt
like-
it, like your seat was like rumbling and stuff like that. I can't imagine if you went like a 4DX, like where the seats
Then
move
you'd be
type
like
show.
Penguin in Batman Returns, and you would just cruising around, shaking all over the place.
Until the car flips and
Yeah.
then he walks.
I mean, they
upside
killed a
down.
lot of people in that car.
They
They
did.
did. It
A lot of people died.
was a good car chase, though. I'll say, like, compared to like when we did that Star Wars Mandalorian one where we had talked about their little bike,
I don't know.
their
that was
bike, their chase, right?
I don't know how
Like
you
quote
compare
quote
that.
chase.
Right.
Right? I'm like, oh, this is a real chase, not that kind.
It was,
I ain't gonna
what
talk about
they
that.
call the speeders slower. That was like my favorite thing ever. That's
The
like my
Vespa
favorite comic.
chase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tooling around, mustache Spud, like, oh, no need to rush. Don't want to knock over too many stands.
Yeah.
Oh man, Juan's comment right here. I felt the murder and violence and Nirvana in me bones.
Perfect. No, it's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, the score is pretty great.
Yeah.
I'm usually hit or miss on Giacchino, but
It's
this
just
one
the
was
same
pretty
4
good.
notes, kind of over and over and over again for the theme,
Yeah.
but then it's like it's like what do you call it? Low tones, and it goes to the high tones, and back to the low. It's reminding me
We
of
can do
like
that.
Unleash the Beast. It
What
gave me
is-
Unleash the Beast vibes.
what is the movie?
A Fury, sorry.
Eyes Wide Shut, or it just keeps playing the same like tone over and over
Yeah.
again. It totally reminded me of that.
Yeah, I kept Unleash the Fury.
Yeah.
Started low and then it built.
But everyone seems to like Penguin in the chat. Everyone likes the Batmobile, so that's cool. Rock and rolling. What about Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz?
I think
great.
she did a great job. Still think Michelle Pfeiffer is the crazy cat. I've got this many lives. You're like, dude, you shot already so many. Like, how are you still alive? But I think Zoe Kravitz did a really good job for being Selena and being a mix between the thief and then her the love interest for Bruce this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. Yeah, she kicked some booty. I was a
Yeah.
fan.
You like people getting beat up.
I
You like
do.
people getting hurt. There was a lot of that. And there was
I
some very
know, I know.
visceral face punching in this movie.
I like that how every time he snuck up on her, she would be like, Jesus.
I mean, it's true, right?
I thought that was funny.
Like, I think the couple times where Batman disappears in the film has been like a funny moment. Like towards when they were in the Riddler's house, when he was looking at clothes and he got the idea that, my goodness, he's gonna flood the city, and then when he realized that, he just dipped, and the officer's like, well, hold on a minute, where'd you go? We were just having a conversation here, and now you're gone.
Pull the old switcheroo on him.
Yeah.
And the one joke of the movie is like, you got a lot of cats.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't funny. I mean, I felt like I was laughing a lot. Like every time a flashlight shined at the camera, I was like, man, they really like shining their flashlight.
I found like a lot of the humor in there was like more in like Batman's just looking at it. Like he didn't talk a lot. Like if I count how many lines Robert Pattinson actually had in that movie, that wasn't a lot. But like every time he looked, he'd be like, Or like when he exactly like when they were in the house, the officer's like, hey, you can't be here.
You know, and he's like,
He's
he's like Wayne's World's got his backstage.
Yeah.
pass.
Just stares at him. All right, never mind. You can go in. It's like, oh, don't touch that. Stares at him. All right, you can touch the evidence.
What are you doing, Gordon? You letting him in here?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the thumb drive, that was funny. I mean, a gross like Saw kind of way.
Oh, yeah.
but it's still funny.
There definitely was some
riddles
Saw
were
vibes in this film.
Yeah.
The bomb on the neck and stuff. And the thumb drive.
Those were good riddles, though.
And that carpet tool, like just jabbing it in the back of his head. That's gross.
Yeah. He's not the Riddler's
Easier
he's a
ways
bad
of
dude.
doing it.
Get a gun.
Yeah.
What do you think it was like? What did you think of like the Riddler's outfit? Like, compared to like back then too. Like, most of the time when we see a movie, it's like they try to make it as accurate as possible. But this time around, they're like, no, dude, he put a Ziploc bag, some tape around it, still wearing his glasses, and wore like a green trench coat or
Yeah.
something.
He was basically wearing Dexter's kill room.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
I like the take they went for this one rather than like we'll throw question marks on everything.
Not as good as the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, those question marks are
leotard.
so much for me.
Yeah, that's too
Shut up,
much, and that's
dude.
straight out of like the the comic and
Mhm.
and like the '66 Batman and everything. Or just doesn't look great. Whereas in this case, he looks like a total serial killer.
For sure.
There's a reason that Forever is the worst Batman movie. Even worse than Batman and Robin.
So with the word "forever" in there.
I'm going to go. Batman Forever is the worst Batman movie, even worse than Batman and Robin. I think Batman Forever thinks it's still making a serious Batman movie, where Batman and Robin knows they're ridiculous.
I mean, I'd rather watch Batman Forever over
No.
Batman and Robin.
When's the last time you watched Batman Forever?
A couple of years ago.
Okay, well,
Batman Robin is the one with Mr. Freeze,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh no, I like that one more
That's
than
Justin's
Forever.
favorite.
I like that one more than Forever. Yeah,
It's
I'll
a
agree
good
with
one.
you.
It's a good one. I'm not gonna
yeah,
lie.
Batman Forever is pretty bad.
Oh man, but I I see this. No habla español, fellas. Like, how funny was that? Like, I was totally thinking of that one TikTok where the guy's like, oh, it's like gabagoo.
It's the Gabagoo.
That's the penguin for you.
Oh my god, I couldn't stop. So I was for not a serious movie. Me and my buddy Josh were laughing quite a bit in this movie. I had a lot of internal jokes happening as it was on screen.
Speaking of TikTok, there's a fun little viral trend going on TikTok, and I would love to get the three of your opinion. It is: are there more doors or wheels in the world? And it's becoming a thing. There is a clear answer, and I can't imagine why anyone would choose the other one. But so there's this Sharks and the Jets type battle on TikTok right now.
More doors.
Are
or
there
wheels?
more doors on the planet, or are there more wheels on the planet?
Got it.
And people are weighing in, going in hard on both sides of the thing.
I'd never given.
Is it
any
not
thought.
doors?
It has to be doors, right?
I mean, I think you guys are crazy because think about
Every car. Yeah.
every chair. This chair's got like
4 wheels,
4,
6
5,
wheels.
6 wheels.
Yeah.
Every car that you're thinking has doors also has at least most of them have 6 wheels. They have the 4
Motorcycles
wheels.
don't even have doors. They just have wheels.
Sure,
We-
Batman's would.
We have these monstrosities in our warehouse that you put inside trucks to get stuff off. It's like 300 wheels that push stuff down.
How many wheels is
Yeah, but
That's a roller. That's not a wheel.
Those are wheels.
But there's also a Kardashian mansion that has 5,000 doors in it for some reason.
How many Hot Wheels do you think have been made? They don't have any
They
doors.
don't even have
We're
doors. They
We're
only got
counting
wheels.
Hot Wheels.
How many
Hold
Legos?
on.
I mean, they have wheels.
All wheels.
All wheels.
They got doors too, right? So I get at least 2 doors out of every Hot Wheel.
I mean, look, you got gurneys, you got wheelchairs, you got
Doll
bikes.
houses, there's like there's all kinds of other.
oh boy, this is
doors, too.
definitely a TikTok thing. Oh no,
No,
That's a
it's-
weird argument.
That is a weird
It
argument.
is.
I will have to sit down. And
I am
think
team
about it.
wheels. You know, there are Hot Wheels. There are chairs.
I'm Team Cedric because he's quoting Batman and Robin. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Ice to meet you. Max
And,
Monsters was doing as well.
Yeah. But he's Mr. Ice Christmas. He's Mr. Snow.
I hate it when people interrupt the movie.
Doc is saying gears are also wheels. So I mean, if he's going with that logic, then yeah, sure. Well, I will agree 100%. Wheels
I'm just
are
saying.
definitely taking it.
But what about the doors to my heart, Dave?
Well, I mean, how many doors do you have to your heart?
That's a lot.
So I mean,
Dang it.
the argument for doors, since I've done extensive research, are high-rise buildings, cruise ships. You know, there are literally thousands of doors in those, and but within those doors, there are chairs and stuff like that.
Do you count doorways? Like not actual doors, but
No,
doorways?
it's doors.
There's literally doors in it.
I mean, if it has a door in the doorway, these are doors, not doorways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure to build a really big dollhouse
As,
that
as,
just has
Bat-
tons of doors.
as Batman, he'll know.
I don't know. After his detective work from the movie, I'm gonna have to pass on this one for right
A
now.
Falcon's got wings. Full vision. I'm like, I think it's a bat, dude.
Yeah, I think it was at the point even like when they got to the house, they saw the bat. Oh, bat!
Oh.
But like even that wasn't like all. He's like URL. I'm like, oh man, like the Riddler gave him such a simple riddle, but like they totally went over like it passed over the head because they kept thinking, yeah, it's Spanish. Like
Yeah.
it's got to be something with it.
Classic overthinking.
Classic
Yeah.
overthinking. Yeah.
Too hard.
Like in those National Treasure movies, the coincidences that tie it all together for Nicolas Cage. He's overthinking everything in that stuff. Drives me nuts.
Got to bring him into the light,
Yeah.
which we learned literally meant he needed to take him into the lights.
Yeah. Bring him a light. Light rhymes with night. It's got to be night in D.C. We got to get to Washington, D.C.
At 4 o'clock.
So stupid.
It's the only time I can shoot him.
Greatest detective. Boy, man, if Clark were here, he would argue. No, he's done other things. I don't know, dude. That wasn't his greatest time to shine for that one.
Yeah, I think in the comics, Batman is best when he's part of like the Justice League and dealing with like world threats, kind of like Avenger level threats, but for the Justice League. We could call them Justice League level threats, maybe. I think his involvement in Gotham is just a total waste. I mean, he's clearly done zero good for the city.
Yeah.
And he can't be that important because there's like 9 people that do the same thing as he does in his family.
Well, I mean, even New York City is still tough, and that has every superhero ever, and
Mhm.
it's nuts. It's overcrowded. Yeah. So I don't know. I think New York is a good example because there's multiple superheroes, and it's still terrible.
But you could say that New York got better.
Did it?
It seems to be better in
They
the
keep
Avenger.
making more comic
In the
books.
MCU movies,
If they
it
did a
seems
good
to
job, then
progress.
It would be
I
over.
don't know. There always
Yeah.
seems to be a giant vortex in the sky in New York.
That's true. There is an increase in
Is a vortex a
vortexes in the
door?
sky. The vortex is not a door.
It's a doorway
It's
to
a-
another dimension.
I'd say it's a portal,
which is like a door.
but I mean, it's not a door. I would say a wheel has to turn and a door has to open.
All right, you're gonna have to all pitch in if you want to
But
see
the
Steven
portal-
and David argue about doors.
I'm just saying, it's doors. It's not portals.
It's like a door.
I have not seen the pitch
portal is like a door,
meeting
you're
for
saying?
this movie,
More of a
Jovin.
gateway.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, well, this isn't
Gates
how
are
many
doors.
gates. We're not talking gates. We're talking doors.
I don't think it warrants any more discussion. It's clearly wheels.
I'm
I
with
consider
Justin.
the matter closed.
Justin has closed it. It is
Just
wheels.
close it, it's done.
That is the official
Everyone go
Bandai
home, good
Namco
night.
position on this terrible subject that has fractured the planet.
I
Bandai,
wasn't
Bandai
gonna- I
Namco
was-
is a wheels organization.
You're gonna be saying that.
Justin, oh sorry.
I was gonna say, like, yeah, after thinking about it, I'll follow with the wheels because it does make sense. You know, that chair over there has 5 to my 1 door right now in the studio.
And we have 2 chairs.
Yeah.
It's 10 wheels.
That room in there has like 18 chairs.
Yeah. Conference rooms. They're the enemy of the door lobby. Justin Cavern, you had a game for us.
I did.
That's why I'm here.
This is yeah, that is why you're here. I needed another body. It would be more exciting.
Is DX Man? Hey,
What?
I'm seeing. Well, I'm just seeing this guy's logo,
That's
DX,
absolutely David Clark.
right? Just because I'm like, that's his brand logo.
Just say something
Yeah.
negative about Gustav Karl, and he'll chime in.
I
saying
hate the
it's
Gustav
There you
Karl.
go.
Or would
I
this be
hope
like
David Clark
not.
was here to hear it. Oh,
Superman is
yeah.
way better than Batman.
I know how to
Any day,
rile
all
up
day.
David. David is not a purple Digimon player. He plays
I
only
understand
green.
what that means.
My goodness. Okay. So yes, I have a game for us. It is called Riddle Me This. Believe it or not. It's a fun one. You in the chat can also play along. I am going to give you a quote from a Batman film. And what you're going to do is guess which movie that is from. When you do that, you get a point, and you get first crack at guessing the riddle that I have in my hand.
Are we taking turns or are we just shouting out
So
the answer
you
or
will
our names?
shout out the answer when you know it.
The answer or our
You
names?
can do your name, I guess.
I mean, I'll do whatever.
That'll
you
be
want.
fine. We'll do your name. How about that? And if you I'll call on you, you can tell me which movie it's from. You get it right, you get a point. Then you get first crack at this riddle. If you get this riddle correct within 10 seconds, you get 3 points.
Got
3 minutes.
All right.
And then if you don't get the riddle correct or you run out of time, one of your opponents can go ahead and take a crack at it and steal those 3 points.
All right. And
Sound
these are
good?
all based on Batman films.
Correct.
Not animated TV shows or TV shows.
Batman movies
So all
Like
Batman
Mask of the
movies.
Phantasm.
is not on this list. It
Oh.
was going to be, but I kind of was fishing with these two and they weren't
I
having
haven't
it.
seen that
So
one in a while.
I didn't catch anything. So I went ahead and omitted animated movies.
All right.
That
You
includes
omitted the
Lego,
Lego
movies
Batman.
too. Yeah.
Ooh, the Lego Batman movies. Don't sleep on the Lego Batman movie. It's pretty great.
I love it.
I
So,
can't wait to lose.
it's definitely Clark because he's raging right now.
I know. I knew
Absolutely.
exactly the moment he heard there's a delay with us. So the moment he heard me say he's not a purple player, which is 100% true, he commented.
I like purple. Prince likes purple.
He did, yeah.
You did.
Unfortunately, David Clark does not play purple.
Man, that's a shame. All right. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
All right, here we go. So, man, I will quote a Batman movie. Say your name. I'll call on you. You tell me which movie that's from.
Hands on buzzers.
All right. Enough monkey business. We have work to do.
David.
David.
Is that your favorite Batman and Robin?
It is. I didn't even get to say
Monkey work.
All right. Congratulations. You get a point.
Yes, I got a point. I win.
Let me mark that down.
If the world ended today, I win this game.
And doors would not be important.
All right. So here's your riddle me this. A certificate that's given, not earned. A horse to be valued, not spurned.
Boy, these riddles were a
I'm
lot
sorry.
worse
Let's,
than
let's read this again. Do we get 2
You-
read-throughs, I hope?
You get I can read it again.
Please.
Okay. So Just tell me the answer when you know it.
All right.
A certificate that's given, not earned. A horse to be valued, not spurned.
Gift.
Yes, correct.
Oh.
Yeah!
All right.
Well done.
You're up to 4
Yo,
points.
I know this whole greatest detective. I am not gonna help Batman whatsoever. I am only gonna be a nuisance to
Also,
him.
thanks for nothing, chat.
That's a good one.
I'd be the guy that holds his cape.
Oh, there's Juan. Thank you, Juan.
All right, here we go. Now take this guy. Armed robbery, double homicide, has a taste for the theatrical, like you. Leaves a calling card.
It's from the Dark Knight. Oh, AJ, is it from Dark Knight?
It is not
No,
correct.
Okay.
David.
David.
It's from
Yeah,
Batman
no,
Begins.
There you go.
There you go.
Batman
It's very,
Begins.
it's
From
very
that
ends.
trilogy, yeah, it was
yeah.
like from
You get
the
a point. I
trilogy.
thought I would trick you with that way. I'm a sneaky sneak. So here we go. You ready for your next
ready.
riddle?
Dave's
Riddle
gonna
me
have like
this,
19
Dave.
points before I get
I'll try to
one.
be quick
It's
this
fine, me
time.
too.
Find one in all novels or on every TV station. Nobody gets killed in this assassination.
Character.
You're correct.
Yeah.
How
Wow.
does he know that? Also, I realized Justin's wearing green like the Riddler. I have to be
Was that
very.
planned?
I have to be
No,
concerned.
I mean, I have a white one too, but I look better in green and much larger.
That's
in
exactly
white.
what the Riddler would say.
Yes.
That's exactly what the Riddler would say.
Earlier you had said, if you understand the bad guy, Justin,
Yeah.
we got to worry about you. No, I am also worried.
Okay, here we go. Can somebody tell me what kind of world
David.
we live? David.
Batman 89.
All right.
A man dressed up like a bat.
Gets all
Steal
my
my
press.
press. This town
I
needs an
would have known
enema.
if you finished it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
call it
work
out
like
when
that.
you know it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I have to hear the whole quote like 3 times before I even consider getting it right.
Okay, riddle me this. Think piggy,
Give it all the
blood
answers.
and food, but no violence and nothing crude.
Oil.
I mean, I knew the answer, but I did that for a fact.
I like it.
Can you?
All right, so they get to
repeat
they
it.
Yeah,
get
one
to
of you.
steal.
Yeah, one of you guys can steal it. Well, you go for it whenever you when you know it. Answer. Think piggy, blood and food, but no violence and nothing crude.
Blood and food.
Steven, I'm terrible at riddles, and
Oh,
I
man.
realize now if you ever take me to a escape room that requires a riddle, I am not going to help whatsoever. I will
Sorry,
just-
Jobin, if we're answering too quick. I'm
This is why I'm
I gotta-
outside
We're pressed for
usually.
time.
I'm trying to not make
Um,
Justin's game 20 minutes at his
Piggy,
request.
blood and food,
So I'm
nothing
just going to pass on this. Good job, Steven. I can't think of an answer.
I was told there was 3 seconds.
No.
Oh,
It was 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
The answer
that
is
was 15
bank.
seconds ago.
Bank is what we were
Ah.
looking for. The second Bank of Gotham on Two-Face's second
Boiling
anniversary
acid!
of
Oh
being
my goodness.
taken. Or
That's why
whatever.
Batman Forever is the worst. But we should have known.
Should have known. The second anniversary of the second Bank of Gotham. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Well, that was the tough one.
So we have like a person on Twitch. We have Vendrilli. So it seems she had just jumped in. So we're playing like a game where Justin is reciting a quote from
And David gets the answer.
from a Batman movie, and we're supposed to guess it, and then he gives us a riddle that we're supposed to solve. None of which am I good at. So
Well, spoiler alert, I usually win Justin's game, so he invented this other rule in another show we did to where none of the first questions matter and the last question's worth like 100 points.
It was the
Oh, it's like who's
but-
lines anyway?
it was
rules?
the golden snitch.
But I
rule,
specifically
yeah.
asked this time.
And it's 150 points, by the way.
Oh.
But no, we don't have that.
Sometimes it's like 9,000.
Well, it depends how high your score.
Exactly. Whatever David scores plus
Gotta
1.
keep up with the Joneses, as it were.
We still have a shot, AJ.
You do. You guys are doing great.
There is no golden
doing a
snitch.
wonderful
I
job.
totally
We're
don't
trying.
believe that.
Okay. Okay. So here we go. You ready?
Ready?
How should I know they have a can of shark repellent bat spray?
David.
handy?
Nah.
Batman 66.
All right. Good job. That's pretty
We should
great.
get him on the riddle.
Why you sniveling sardine? He said. Oh, ooh, another horse one. Here we go. Riddle me this. To horse and dragon, this you affix, then add fire and butter into the mix.
Through horse and dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So you say it one more time, players?
Yep. To horse and dragon, this you affix, then add fire and butter into the mix.
Saddle?
No. Do you guys want to take a guess?
Cake.
No.
Damn.
I would love to
Honestly,
know your line of thinking on that one. Then.
Fire and butter.
Oh, there you go.
What's
Yeah,
the
no, I'm
answer?
actually on the same wave as you, Steve.
It is the correct answer is fly, like horsefly, dragonfly.
Mm.
What's the
I
whole
should- I
point of
shoulda got
butter?
that.
Yeah,
I was
gonna
trying.
ask if you said dragon, like dragging, or drag on, like
drag on.
trog dog.
Do that tongue.
Trying to
thing.
answer too
That
quickly.
tongue
I don't do that tongue thing.
A
Oh.
dragon.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Drag on.
That was my
Drag.
first idea, but I'm not that smart for this one. So
Disgrace
glue was
on your
definitely.
family.
Yeah, so he said glue, but
Scrapes on your cow. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Okay, here we go. If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Yeah.
David. I was trying to give you a chance. It's Dark Knight.
It is the Dark Knight. Good job. You get a point.
We've been trying to help you boys.
You're at
Yeah,
11.
that's not gonna help.
you staring at me doesn't help me.
I'm just like,
I'll give you the whiteboard and you can just write it down there for me. That'll help.
All right, here we go. You ready? Riddle me this.
ready.
Call it divine, though others may mock. Its continued absence, writer's block.
Say it one more time.
Sure. Call it divine, though others may mock. Its continued absence, writer's block.
Is it inspiration?
It is inspiration. You're the meaning of my life. You're the inspiration.
Honestly,
Chicago
I don't
wrote a
know
song
how he's
about
getting
it.
this.
Yeah.
That was me and my
This
wife's
was-
song before we got married.
It's
The
a good
cards
one.
must have been shared between them during
Oh,
a
absolutely.
meeting.
Dave gave it to him. Game's rigged. Not that I have any.
I mean,
It's not
I'm-
rigged yet. It will
Not
be.
rigged yet.
I mean, I literally walked into the studio like 4 minutes before we were recording today.
Yeah, where were you?
I'm on Ben's
Writing these riddles.
side.
I'm like, you go, Justin.
All right, you guys are doing great.
Justin
by
was
the way.
on his phone a lot before you got here.
I wasn't. That is a
It's
lie.
right there.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
not mine.
Good. David
That's
got it
yours.
right.
No, it's not. Mine's my pocket.
Oh, maybe it's his.
Oh yeah.
The mystery of the phone's been
Not
solved.
mine. Anyway,
I mean, you're the one who can almost literally see his computer right there.
that's true.
I can't
Reflecting
tell.
off
You could
my-
just like
off my
peek
bedroom.
over there and
He's
just
got,
be
he's
like,
got the privacy filter.
So here we go. Number 7. My mother warned me about getting into cars with strange men.
David.
David, go.
Steven.
Do you know? I'm gonna defer to Steven.
Sure, this one's worth 150 points.
Oh,
Dang it! I knew there was no politics in this one. You lied to me, Justin.
I feel like that was Batman Michael Keaton, 89.
No,
Vicky
you were
Vale?
wrong.
Oh,
Who's getting in the car?
Vicky Vale. It's been a while since I've seen any of these.
AJ.
movies.
What other romantic interest of Batman would have gotten in the car that maybe has like not a bat but rhymes with a bat and is a woman?
It's a lot.
Chat got it.
Look at that. So, see, I was right. It is in the trilogy. I just can't figure out which of the trilogy. So I'm gonna go with Chat Rises.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do this riddle together because it
Perfect.
takes both of us for that.
Because it'll still be 0.25 of a brain trying to figure this out.
It is on the board. Okay, riddle me this. How this got its unique shape is anyone's guess. A baked marvel with a prophecy, no less.
I don't know why we even tried.
Why did you set this up?
I thought that one was easy.
Can you read it one more time, please?
Sure. How this got its unique shape is anyone's guess. A baked marvel with a prophecy, no less.
A baked marvel prophecy.
Yeah, repeating it never helps.
Is it
me at
cake?
all.
It is not.
It's always cake with you, Steven. It's always
It's a
cake.
lie.
Cake will happen.
Wanna
one
read it
day.
It's a
again?
lie.
Sure, one more time. How this got its unique shape is anyone's guess. A baked marvel with a prophecy, no less.
Baked.
Give you a hint. You usually break it before you eat it.
Bread.
I mean, I guess. That's kind of more of a metaphor.
So it's not food?
Yeah, Steve and I got food on our brains.
Do you know the answer, Dave?
I really wasn't paying attention.
Oh, sure. One more time.
Is it?
I was
eggs?
really trying to stall
No.
until Chat really helped
How
out.
this got its unique shape is anyone's guess. A baked marvel with a prophecy, no
marvel.
less.
Fortune cookie.
Very good. It's a fortune cookie.
What?
Baked Alaska?
What? You're supposed to be helping in chat.
I see. I was trying to stall enough
I mean,
for
that's
Chat. They
better
were
answer
so
than
close.
either of us,
Yeah. I should have delayed an extra like 3 minutes.
All right, here we go. Last one. Worth 150.
No, you
points.
promised no golden snitches.
It's on Golden Snitch,
Golden
100
snitch.
points.
My game, my rules. Here we go. Ooh, nice form. A little rough on the landing. He may have
David.
to settle for the bronze.
Does anybody else want to guess before I say what it is?
No, I was very interested in this with Juan's comment. He's on Len's lunch break.
It is. It is by far my least favorite Batman movie
say.
in Batman Forever.
All
Batman
right.
Forever.
Jim Carrey's Riddler.
Okay, here you go. Here's your last riddle. You ready? This type of error a machine can't make, and in this type and excuse me, and in this type of race, we all have stake.
Say the first part again.
I'll say it all over again. This type of my microphone gets in the way. This type of error a machine can't make, and in this type of race, we all have a stake.
Ooh.
Is it cake?
It's not cake. The race of life. The rat race of life.
No. Do you guys know?
This race, computer. Can you repeat it one more time?
Sure.
Computer.
This type of error a machine can make, and in this type of race, we all have a stake.
Oh,
Can make.
now I know
No.
it's.
Can't.
Cannot.
Cannot.
Okay.
Oh.
We use contractions in this studio.
Go for it.
What?
I'm trying to whisper human to you.
Look at that. Look, he got it.
Chat
We're gonna
got
go
it.
with
Chat got it really
human?
quick. Yeah, human is correct.
Woo.
150 points.
Nice
No,
job,
two
AJ.
of them.
Woo! Bread.
Win
Cake.
two of them. AJ wins with 76.
Yes.
He comes in
No,
second
no,
with
that's a team
75.
effort. That's cake.
And then you, David, come in third at 17 measly
You
points.
must be really embarrassed, Dave.
Cake.
Why do I
right?
play your dumb games if every time you're going to cheat?
How am I cheating?
You promised me there was no golden snitch. There was a
Oh.
golden snitch,
Fingers crossed.
and now I lose.
Sorry.
He's wearing the green like we had mentioned earlier. Like
Oh, that's true.
trust is there.
Well, then I'll let you finish the show then, Justin.
Oh, man. Thank you.
2
Well,
weeks in a row.
thank you all. Well, wait, real fast. Does anyone have any final thoughts on the Batman? What letter grade would you give it, and where do you rank it in your top 5 for Batman? Does it make your top 5? Agent, go.
It does make my top 5. I give it a solid A for it, just because the cinematography looked really good and the story will. I can follow through with it. I didn't sleep, through it, and I think that's exactly where I judge.
I didn't fall asleep during
Yeah.
it.
That's a good
if,
start.
if I fall asleep in a movie, it's already a lower grade than it should be.
You need to put that on the poster. Didn't fall asleep. AJ.
Yeah. So that's where I stand with it.
It's a good one.
Well, since we're a team, that's my answer too.
Perfect. What about
Uh,
you, Dave?
I give it a solid B, and it's my 5th favorite Batman movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I give it I'm probably a solid B too. I was a B- the other day, but now I'm a solid B. After talking about it with you guys and chat, moved it up a little bit.
I was a B-, then AJ said A, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that guy.
I'm
Where-
a guy.
You didn't want to prices right him?
Yeah. Where do you put it in your list?
It's probably 5. I would rank it as 5. And I would go 89, then Dark Knight, then Batman Begins, then Batman Returns, and then The Batman.
That is a good list.
It's
But
my
yeah,
third.
but
Then
sure,
Lego Batman.
sure, I like Lego Batman.
David's on here saying shout out to TFCon. We did do a shout out earlier.
You did, and I have it on my screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
Clark,
just-
you can't
it's
come in
upside
like
down, but
half hour
there
later
it is
and
right
then
there.
tell us what to do.
Hi.
Hey,
Look at
it
that.
flipped the right way.
Perfect.
But yeah, if you're in that
TFCon.
area, or in Southern California, go check out TFCon. If you're really into Transformers, sure we have some Furai model kits.
Yeah.
And I think
Alright.
David's debuting a couple really cool things there for you to see.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
be the first to see it.
It is Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 10 to 4. Tickets are still available. So jump on that. Again, it is in Los Angeles at Marriott Burbank Airport Hotel and Convention Center.
Mhm.
They got a really big sign that fit all those words.
Oh, and we also, before we go, we have that really cool new Scorpion up for pre-order as well.
We do.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We debuted it. We had a world first reveal here on our Bluefin Hangout. It was very
Yep.
exciting stuff.
Mhm.
And we're very pumped about this figure. And this is the first for Mortal Kombat in the 1/6 scale with Storm. And when you order at bluefinbrands.com, you get some bonus items. You get some bloody weapon set, you get this translucent stand, and free shipping. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
and it is extra weapons, so it's not just the regular one. You get another set.
Yeah, that's
I-
4 swords. And a couple
More
of
swords
fingers.
than you-
four
than you
swords,
ever
four
need.
sheets.
More swords than he's got hands.
Yeah,
Enough swords to cut through the baloney that is Justin's golden snitch.
I
race.
don't think that is accurate, but I'm sorry that you were upset.
Stop being a sword.
And I think
loser,
it's
Dave.
like I think like for some people the first time it is a 1/6 scale, so it is not the normal size you're used to for Storm. It is the bigger one, so this one
It's a
will
big
need
boy.
will need some space for it.
And then if you go to bluefinbrands.com/contest right now, we are doing a giveaway for some Flame model kits and a
Yeah.
Kurakara Curry, which are the amazing die-cast action figures for The Fallen.
Yeah.
So you can enter there daily. So I think the contest
Yes.
goes through Monday.
I think there's like 3 days left. That's what I had put up on social media. So 3 days left. You have plenty of time.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't suppose you have the photos of the week candy on that laptop, do you?
Yes,
There
I
you go.
do actually.
Well, while he's digging through that, make sure to follow us at Bluefin Brands across all social platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to give us a subscribe, a comment, a like, all of that jazz. And we're going to have photos of the week.
Yeah. And yes, Jobin, that is a Mario tattoo.
Because yesterday was Mario Day.
Yeah, I got it just yesterday.
Wow, it looks great.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it's Mario and then there's Bowser.
All right, here are our images of the week.
All right, you can see it.
I can see it.
All right.
Oh, there it is. So you can see the Scorpion figure that is available right now. And you do get that cool Storm Collectibles dynamic action stand for it, too. And it's like cool orangey red.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's what you got. Those are community
The
photos.
community photos.
Yeah, the photos you sent to me were literally like right when I was running to get the cameras. So there are 3 photos on here though.
One is Kung Lao.
Yeah. So was this just a overall pick then?
Yeah, it's just a
Okay.
nice, cool shot of Kung Lao looking all broody and
Like a dungeon cell?
Yeah.
Where is he?
I had my 3 didn't make it in because they forgot to send them in, but there was one with Kung Lao and Reptile, and I just really love it's a versus, and I'm like,
I saw that
oh,
one.
it looks
it's good.
really cool, the
maybe we
lighting.
should go to the next one.
Well, before you
Oh,
go,
that's the one.
I was going to say the
No way.
username for that guy was Toys Are for Fun. I think that's
Yeah.
often forgotten sometimes.
Yes,
Toys
shout out
Are
to
for
Toys
Fun.
Are for Fun.
Mhm.
Great job. And then this was the one. The lighting looks really good
Yeah.
in this one. I love it.
Can you make
So-
that bigger?
It's Kung Lao and Reptile.
Let me make it bigger. This one.
I think so.
Well, let's
Alrighty.
find out. Just hit a button and we'll see what happens.
All
I
right.
just don't like doing presentation mode on here because then I can't see anything else.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, look at all the lighting. They even have the health bar going on with this. That's so cool. I love it.
I'll do that.
And then right here, careful, watch your step.
oh yeah.
Bit of a lip there.
Yeah. That's if you want
that's
this
an
out.
OSHA violation.
That was poorly constructed. I don't know. This engineer's going to
Alright,
lose
let's
his
see what else
job.
you picked. I saw this one. This one was really cool too. I just like the mood lighting with it. And definitely, more storms always
Oh,
good.
yeah, I was going to say all this storm love. We need some more figure arts love. We need some of the figure arts people to tag us in their photos at Bluefin Brands.
I had selected figure arts
Hey.
photos, but they didn't make it.
Yeah.
So we'll just have those on next week's.
All right.
I
We'll
feel like
double up.
I feel like I always do figure arts on my
Jujutsu Kaisen,
Yeah,
right?
2 weeks in a row. I didn't choose one.
And usually a lot of monster arts. Those are always cool
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I know. Last
we
week
do
I
like
had
those.
Monster Arts.
A lot of hashtag justice for
And
Mechagodzilla.
a lot of Common Rider.
Oh yeah, I like to share one from every single one of our brands.
You're literally wearing a Kamen Rider jersey right now.
It's the closest to a superhero.
Sweet, which Clark just hit me up today about getting the new jerseys and stuff like that. So
Oh,
gonna have some of that Revice
Ooh,
fuchsia.
nice.
fun colors.
All right.
I'll take it.
So yeah, so make sure to tag us at Bluefin Brands across all social platforms with your amazing toy photography, so we can share it on the stream and give you a shout out and a plug and tell you what a great job you did. But you guys have anything else before we say goodbye to
Yeah.
these fine folks?
That's it.
Pre-order Scorpion.
Yeah, go to bluefinbrands.com, pre-order
Don't miss out.
Scorpion, bluefinbrands.com/contest, enter to win an amazing prize pack from Flame Toys.
Okay.
If you're in the Burbank area, make sure to go check out TFCon. Say hi to David Clark. He'll be there debuting some really fun, really cool things there. Yeah, other than that, have a great weekend. Be safe. Do not back into your parking space. We go in forward, drink your water, do everything you're supposed to be doing. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week.
Tally ho, right?
Tally ho, everybody.
Thank you so much.